Give it to me like.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kevin. Oh my god. Construction. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kevin. If you're new here, please subscribe, comment, share, and don't forget to press the bell button to have all the notification for the next videos. Today I was supposed to go to do some shopping. Unfortunately, I couldn't, so I'm gonna do another video. Well, I couldn't because my mother fell down in the bathroom, but now she feels better. And like she was, yeah, literally it was tough because she was, yeah, she fell down on the floor. So I had to call the doctor, but now she feels better. She didn't break anything, thankfully. So I don't know, just follow me today. We're gonna have an interesting day. We're gonna find a new topic to talk about, I guess. Tomorrow we'll go and do some shopping, I guess. But today we're gonna find another topic and talk about it. What are we gonna talk about?
But we can't pay the tuition.
I wake up every morning in a house that was built by slaves.
The American dream need not forever be deferred.
And all men are created equal. If they can't have their equal share in the house, they'll burn it down.
I fixed the cotton, and I built the railroad under someone else's whip for nothing.
Whenever this issue of compensatory or preferential treatment for the Negro is raised, some of our friends recoil in horror. The Negro should be granted equality, they agree, but should ask for nothing more. On the surface, this appears reasonable, but it is not realistic. For it is obvious that if a man enters the starting line of a race 300 years after another man, the first would have to perform some incredible feat in order to catch up to his fellow runner.
So for today's topic, we're gonna talk about racism, systemic racism, racism in America, and racism in Belgium, in Brussels, where I live. So I decided to call this video "The Revolution Will Be Televised." I was not lucky enough yet to watch Questlove, the director of Summer of Soul, a documentary. I was not. I haven't watched it yet. I would love to watch it. It's about a festival that celebrated Black Americans in the US in 1969. I'm looking forward to watch it. There were a lot of musicians, Nina Simone, for example, David Ruffin, and they were celebrating the Afros, the Black music, and it was especially, oh my god, it's so windy. Whoa. Sorry. My phone is on a tripod and it's windy. Bear with me. That's the natural circumstances. Cannot fight it. So yeah, I was not lucky enough yet to watch it. I would love to watch it. It celebrated the Black Americans. So let's go back to this. As you could see it on the small clips that I have shown you previously, slaves in the US, black people, worked for more than 300 years for white people, and they generated $3 billion. From that, it grew a significant gap between the white race and the black race. Eventually, after this discrimination came along the segregation, which accentuated and maximized the gap between white people and black people. And it was unfortunate because today black people in America pay the difference. It's such an interesting topic that you can follow it on Netflix. There's small clips as well on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, why do I talk about this? I mean, well, racism has definitely been part of my life as a black person, on so many levels. It still continues today. You know, I'm a French native speaker. French is my first language. That's what I learned in school. That was my first language that I learned. It started back when I think the very first time that I experienced racism is definitely when I was 16 years old. My teacher, my physics teacher, that I honestly hate from the core of my human being, was racist. Each time he would see me, he was like, "Kevin, you go to the back of the class." I was like, wait, what? You know, like, I wouldn't understand because I didn't talk in class. I was pretty serious. Okay, I was not good in physics. I was never good in science. That was for sure. But I guess he saw me, and if it was him, if it wasn't for my French teacher and my history teacher, I would have doubled that class. I would have had to do it again because he made sure that I was not passing to the next year. He hated me so much. Like, he would look at me with deep and scary and terrifying eyes. With my melanin, I killed it. Yes, because I was a black person. I was a young black person. That's how I actually experienced first time racism. And then I think because I don't know, but when you're much younger, you don't really realize that you have like your skin difference doesn't really define you that much, if I would say. Like, you will still be able like to play with other minorities or white people, you know, like it doesn't really, it's not that deep. But when you get around 15, 16, oh yeah, you understand it completely. So I was hanging out with only minorities, you know, or black people, but I had white friends. I never had any problem with white friends, you know. And you know what? Like, in my dating life, I had actually dated more white people than, like, I don't have any problem with the skin color. Like, the skin color doesn't bother me, your background doesn't bother me. It's more what you have inside, and what you can teach me, offer me. Like, well, this is another video. I will talk about like relationship on another time, but definitely I would definitely say that yeah, I have white friends. I don't have any problem with that, you know. But I guess in the US it's so different, and I actually understood that when I lived there for 4 months. I was 19 years old. I left Brussels after my high school, and I took a gap year, and I went to live in the US with the host family. And well, they were white. It was at the time where Barack Obama was elected for the first time as a president, and I mean, that is huge, you know. He was the first black president in the United States. He's the first, but he's not the last, you know. We're gonna see that again. For sure, I was very you know, it didn't take me long to understand that, oh my god, yes, it's true. Here race is important. Like, you have on the side white people, you have on the other side the minorities, and they don't mix. They don't live in the same neighborhood. Here on the other side of the world, I mean, on the on the other side of the world, here in Brussels, I have Jew neighbors, Russian, Middle East. In my area, yeah, you can see everything. You can see everything. So yeah, long story, short story, I was saying, yeah, racism is very alive. When I was living in London, I could see it. You would go to nightclubs, if you are a black person, come along with white people, if you want to go to a fancy club, because, like, oh my god, why black people again? No, you know. But I think very racism, you can see it in Brussels and Paris. Like, oh my god, you really can live it. Here in Brussels, I would go with my sister to a certain bar that is high standing, no access to us. And I won't say names, but like, there are a few of them here. There is actually a famous club here where it's over. If you're not black, I mean, if you're not white, if you're not a certain class, you don't get in. You don't get in. They just want to have that certain type of people. I got in because my friend knew the doorman. But I was the only black person in that club. It was a straight club, and honestly, I don't even want to go back there. It sucks. It sucks that, like, we have just a certain type of people, and it feels weird when you are like the only black person in that club, because it's a nightclub, and it feels weird because you're like, do I belong here? And you know, yeah, I don't like that stuff. No. And so yeah, racism is like, I don't know. I remember in London, I would go just even like a normal restaurant, the waiter would look at me like, what you doing here? Like, you know, do you know that's not your place, you know? And it gives you anxiety to a point today when I have a white woman or a black or a white man of a certain age who are much older than me and who are in front of me in the street, and I walk on the sidewalk in the street, I try to have like a big gap between that person and me, because I have had that like small gap before, and the person would be like, oh my god, I'm scared, he's gonna rob me or he's gonna knife me or whatsoever. Yeah, you can literally tell. I'm 6'6", but I'm this skinny. Never mind. People think that I would rob this. Certain people think that I would rob them, or that I would knife them, or that I would do anything bad to them because I'm a black person. Which, by the way, I would never do. Let's first start there, like, why would I do that? Like, what is my point to do that, And I think it's just to go back to, oh my god, the minorities, they don't have money, they are poor, they are all in jail. Majority in America are black people in jail. Out of 4 black person in America is in jail. 4 black men. And I think women too. So it really goes back to, oh my god, the minorities are poor, dangerous, not cultivated, like they are not clever, and they are lazy. Okay. That is such a minimal mindset. And it does give the impression, like, when you are told this all the time, you feel like at the end of the day, oh my god, am I like that? And it's not true. It's not true. Like, you're not like that. But I know a lot of black men and black women feel depressed, drink a lot, do a lot of drugs. Why? Because they cannot cope with the idea of being black. And this is what I'm fighting for in my life, is that I want to be able one day, when much older, to say black is cute, black doesn't crack, and black is clever. And we have a skin color that is beautiful and that should be celebrated, because we don't get celebrated in this world. Not enough, in my idea. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're not getting celebrated enough in this world. Absolutely not. Especially when you're a black person. But also in the minorities don't get celebrated at all. And let's talk about the workplace, because this is a point where I want to come to. When you are from the minorities, especially a black person, you don't get a job. You don't get a job. You get a job in a fast food, or as a doorman, or you say, oh my god, like, sounds so cliche. Absolutely not. You would see few lawyers, few doctors, and because for so many reasons they cannot maybe go long for studies, because majority of a black family didn't go to university. They don't have enough money, so they trying to tell the kids, don't do that kind of study, go straight to find a job to help everyone here at home. That's what a majority of black people. And when you get the chance to go to school, it's absolutely another perspective on your life. Like, I was lucky to go to school. I'm still lucky to go to school today. Because a lot of people in my family got the chance to go to school. So I get lucky to go to school. I get lucky to go to university. But a lot of us don't get that chance. No. And this is another reason why I'm doing YouTube. It's like to educate people about our condition, and to elevate all in all, everyone, and that's the most important thing. There's so much to be done. For example, maybe like you guys could write down a paycheck for black people in the US. Yeah, I mean, that's abuse. What you have done for so many years, centuries, you know, taking advantages of black people, and now give them the opportunity that white people have. Because you know what I do realize is that minorities don't have the same level. It's because they don't have housing and they don't go to school. These two. Neither of two. You know, and for so long, the only opportunity for black people to escape their condition was to either be a musician, a singer, a sports person like basketball, tennis, football. Period. That's it. That was the only, the two fields. Because for the other places, it requires to be selected from a CV. But if you have a black name, again. So this is how I will conclude my presentation today. Now my dialogue with you is definitely to think about what we can do together to improve minorities' perspective, issues and perspectives in life. Thank you for following me on this beautiful day and talk about such an important subject. I will close up today. I will not do other clips for today. So I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Have a beautiful night. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much to be here and to have watched it from the beginning to the end. Please subscribe. Press the bell button. Don't forget to comment and share and like. And come back for more videos that I'm so excited to do with you. I'm Kevin. You can call me Loulou. And I see you on the next one. Guys, see you. Bye.
Give it to me like